Hi, I'm Matthew Dahlitz, and I'm from the Science of Psychotherapy, and I'd like to share with you a little of a conversation between Richard Hill, myself, and Terry Marks-Tarlow on nonlinear science and how it's relevant to psychotherapy. Check it out. I was sifting through some early material that Terry has got on our website, and back in 2013, she wrote on our website, "I believe the next important revolution in mental health involves the full embrace of nonlinear science. This holistic paradigm is large and flexible, with methods and models that span the full complexity of how one mind-body-brain system can interact and emerge out of other mind-body-brain systems." So what does that mean? And do you still hold this opinion?
I definitely hold this opinion. Maybe it would be helpful to say I come from the scientific point of view from the perspective of nonlinear science. And so that includes chaos theory, complexity theory, and especially fractal geometry. And I approached Alan Shore many, many years ago in hopes that he would co-edit, yes, edit is the right word, a book series with Wiley, an imprint on nonlinear science, which he agreed to do. And then Wiley decided they didn't want it, and Alan went on to be the editor of Norton's Interpersonal Neurobiology, and I, in the meantime, learned all about interpersonal neurobiology from Alan. And what I came to realize is that the discipline of interpersonal neurobiology, of which I would say your website is, the bastion of all the research in this area, that it grounded my perspective on nonlinear science. And so it gave me a body and a brain to bring home the underlying paradigm that is essential for interpersonal neurobiology. So people may not realize it, but the idea that relationships shape the brain and shape development is a nonlinear idea. The idea of the individual emerging out of the relationship is a nonlinear idea. And so not only do I still believe it, but I'm now really pushing the edges of that frontier with my latest work, which is, first it started out with writing a paper for the International Journal of Transpersonal Studies on a fractal epistemology. And then the senior editor there, Harris Friedman, asked for commentaries. And so I got 14 commentaries of mathematicians and physicists and biologists and physiologists, et cetera, for that journal, which is now being turned into a book just all book chapters for Cambridge scholars. And I'm very excited about this because what I've come to realize is that this fractal epistemology is a different holistic way of looking at the interconnection of things that's completely grounded mathematically, scientifically, and most importantly, in the way nature actually forms and self-organizes. And so the concept of fractal boundaries is really revolutionary because they're both open and closed at the same time, and they capture the kind of complexity that psychological boundaries actually capture. So yes, that's a long-winded way of saying I still very much believe that this is the way of the future, and that there has to be a way that ordinary people not only can understand it, but get completely pulled in and as excited by the vision of it as I've become.
Well, if you want to know more about the science of psychotherapy, come across to our website, thescienceofpsychotherapy.com, and our podcast of the same name, and learn more about the science of you.